If you just walked out of an Apple store with the current Apple TV 4K in your bag, you might want to turn the car around and return it right now. You essentially just paid the premium Apple tax for outdated iPhone 13 hardware that is hitting a definitive, frustrating dead end. The black box sitting under your television right now is running an A15 Bionic chip from way back in 2021, and because of that, it is completely locked out of the new Apple Intelligence features rolling out this year. I know what some of you are thinking. It is just a streaming box, right? Who actually cares if it has a blazing fast processor as long as Netflix loads? But Cupertino has completely shifted their entire living room strategy, and the incoming September 2026 Apple TV Pro is about to change everything you expect from a streaming device. This is not just another minor, iterative spec bump that Apple quietly drops in a press release. This is a massive, four-year hardware correction. It is aggressively positioned to completely wipe out high-end competitors like the Roku Ultra, the Google TV Streamer, and even the aging Nvidia Shield in one fell swoop. Honestly, I am usually the first person to say I will believe it when I see it with Apple's home accessories, but the supply chain leaks dropping this week from the most reliable analysts in the industry are genuinely wild. Let's separate the signal from the noise and break down exactly what is happening, because the timeline just shifted drastically, and the hardware you are getting for your money is practically unheard of. Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg has been explicitly stating that new Apple TV hardware has been sitting ready to ship for months. Retail inventory of the current third-generation box is bone dry worldwide, yet Apple deliberately hit the brakes and delayed the launch. Why would they leave money on the table? Because they made the executive call to tie this entirely to the new, significantly smarter Apple Intelligence-powered Siri. The old Siri is, frankly, a bit embarrassing. When you ask it for a gritty sci-fi movie recommendation, it essentially just searches the App Store and gives up. The new large language model version of Siri needs to understand context, dig deep into your cross-platform viewing history, and actually find relevant content seamlessly without kicking you out to a generic search page. That complex software simply was not ready for a spring release. So now, multiple credible sources have confirmed the launch is firmly pinned to September 2026, dropping right alongside tvOS 27 and the massive iPhone 18 cycle. Yes, a hardware delay just for a voice assistant sounds crazy at first glance, but Siri is the entire focal point of Apple's new smart home strategy. But here is where this strategic delay actually works heavily in our favor. By pushing this release to the fall, the silicon inside this box is getting a massive, generational upgrade. Originally, everyone in the industry expected the Apple TV to get the A17 Pro, Apple's first 3nm chip built on those initial TSMC yields. However, because they waited so long to perfect the software side, we are now hearing that A18 or even A19 silicon is fully on the table. The ELEC recently reported that Apple is aggressively binning their newer chips, meaning the Apple TV might receive top-tier silicon that just barely failed the strict thermal thresholds for the flagship iPhones. We are looking at a 6-core CPU and a 6-core GPU with hardware-accelerated ray tracing. Let that sink in for a second. We have never seen hardware ray tracing in an Apple TV before. Think about what that actually means for your living room. You fire up a game on Apple Arcade, or a ported AAA title like Death Stranding or Resident Evil 4, and suddenly you are getting console-quality lighting, real-time shadows, and insane graphical fidelity without a single drop of thermal throttling. The gap between your PlayStation 5 and this tiny, silent black box just got uncomfortably small, and it makes the processor inside a standard streaming stick look like an absolute toy. But the processor is only half the story here. The biggest bottleneck ruining the Apple TV experience right now is memory. The current third-generation box is severely handicapped with just 4GB of RAM. If you are a heavy user, you already know the pain. You open a few heavy apps, jump between YouTube, Max, and Apple TV Plus, and boom, the app reloads entirely from scratch. You are forced to sit through an 8-second loading screen every single time because the system simply ran out of headroom. To run Apple Intelligence entirely on device, the strict, non-negotiable minimum requirement is 8GB of RAM. but supply chain whispers from DigiTimes are heavily hinting at a massive 12 to 16 gigabytes for a higher-end Pro model. With that kind of memory capacity, apps will stay alive in the background indefinitely. Switching between a live sports broadcast and a YouTube video will be absolutely instantaneous. If you are still rebooting your current Apple TV every week because the user interface randomly stutters at 60 Hz, drop a comment below and let me know, because I am honestly curious how many of you are dealing with this exact headache. That RAM crunch is actively ruining the daily driver experience, and Apple finally knows it. Now, let's talk connectivity, because this is where the nerd specs get genuinely exciting for anyone who cares about building a flawless home theater. Makotakara is corroborating reports that Apple is officially ditching off-the-shelf networking parts and bringing in their highly secretive, custom and one networking silicon. We are talking native Wi-Fi 7 support, giving you direct, uncontested access to the 6 GHz band. That means significantly lower network congestion, massive data throughput, and absolutely zero buffering. You could be streaming a massive, high bitrate 4K Dolby Vision file from a local Plex server while someone else in the house is downloading a huge game update, and your stream will not drop a single frame. Plus, they are bumping the Bluetooth standard to 6.0 and adding a much more robust Thread border router for all your Matter-enabled smart home devices. Right now, your current box probably chokes a little when heavy HomeKit automations fire in the background. The lights adjust, the sensors ping the network, and suddenly your movie stream stutters. The new neural engine on this A19 chip will handle all of those background home automation tasks natively in dedicated silicon, without ever touching the processing power reserved for your video stream. We also need to address the elephant in the room, the remote control. The aluminum Siri remote is undeniably iconic and premium, but losing it in the dark depths of your couch cushions is a daily nightmare that we have all accepted as normal. Shrimp Apple Pro, who has a remarkably solid track record, leaked that Apple is finally integrating the U2 ultra-wideband chip directly into the chassis of the new remote. This gives you exact, directional precision finding right from your iPhone screen, using the exact same interface you use to track down an AirTag or your AirPods Pro. It is such a wonderfully simple, seamless integration into the wider Apple ecosystem that you really have to wonder why it took them this many years to actually implement it. But the good news is, it is finally happening, and it alone might be worth the upgrade price for busy families. Finally, we have to talk about the price tag, because this is where the major leaks seriously clash, and it is going to determine whether this device is a massive hit or a niche luxury. Ming-Chi has been aggressively pushing this narrative that sub-$100 is the ultimate sweet spot for a base model to capture market share from Amazon and Roku. Honestly, looking at the bill of materials, it is incredibly hard to reconcile a $99 price tag with double the RAM, a bleeding-edge 3nm chip, and custom networking silicon. Apple simply does not pack that kind of premium hardware into a device for under $100 without eating massive, uncharacteristic losses. On the flip side, display analyst Ross Young points out a much more Apple-like scenario. They might split the lineup completely. We could very well see a base Apple TV 4K maintaining a lower price point with a slightly older chip, alongside a brand new, premium 8K Pro tier sitting somewhere between $129 and $159. This higher-tier model would pack the maximum 16 gigs of RAM, a dedicated gigabit Ethernet port, and the absolute best passive cooling to prevent any thermal throttling during those intense, heavy gaming sessions. When you look at the honest, real-world cost-to-benefit breakdown, paying around $149 for this level of elite hardware is an absolute no-brainer for anyone who values their living room experience. You are getting a generational Leia. P-and-chip architecture, native, on-device AI processing that actually understands your watching habits, next-generation Wi-Fi 7, hardware-accelerated ray tracing, and a smart home assistant that finally works the way it was promised a decade ago. That is easily 4 to 5 years of completely uninterrupted, top-tier functionality for roughly the cost of a few months of a garbage cable television bundle. You are completely future-proofing your living room for the next half-decade of media and gaming. The current 2022 box is a dead end. If you are sitting on the fence right now with an older model, or if you are tempted by an early summer sale, do not buy the old hardware. Hold your ground and wait for September. The entire tech ecosystem is violently shifting toward AI, and this 2026 Apple TV Pro is going to be the absolute center of it all. Would you upgrade your current setup for these specs, or are you holding on to your old box until it completely dies? Let me know your honest thoughts down in the comments. Hit that like button if this saved you from buying outdated tech, and subscribe for the full review the second this hardware drops.